This is part 24 of Don't Ever Buy a Clayton Manufactured Home from Hell. And we are continuing to expose the fraudulent state inspection report from this filthy criminal state inspector from the corrupt Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, disgusting Howard Delk, who came to my property during a pandemic, ordered 9 other people to accompany him. He continuously and repeatedly picked his nose, then had no problems touching anybody or anything. Nice, huh? And this is the other guy that works for the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division. This is Richard Felt, and him and disgusting Delk almost picked their noses at the exact same time. Let's watch. These guys are total scumbags and should not be allowed to go into consumers' homes and behave this way. At the end of part 23, we left off with disgusting Delk either lying about or failing to document 44 items from his report. And the last thing we documented was he lied about the floors being flat, and this is it.
What are you showing me? You gotta show me something. You gotta talk to me.
The floor.
What's the floor doing?
It's got buckles or.
It's not flat? Is that what you're telling me? The floor is not flat? Is the floor not flat? Is that what you're, I guess, that's all I'm having to kind of divine what it is that you're trying to show me here.
There's.
No, you're only here to argue. That's all you're here to do.
Dang, you got me figured out, Paul. You got me figured out, man.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's
Okay, so
over there.
what are you showing me here? What are you showing me?
I just showed it to you.
You showed it to him, but tell me what.
This was some quality treatment we received from this corrupt state agency. And what would you say if I told you that I could prove that disgusting Delk was colluding and conspiring with the vice president of NTA, Eric Tampax?
But tell me what it was that you were showing him.
You didn't see the difference, man.
Oh, okay, so you have it, yeah, okay. So what do you think the code says about floors being flat?
I don't know, but you're an expert on it, so you tell
Nothing.
me.
It says there's nothing that says the floor has to be flat.
Oh, okay.
So if it has these undulations in it, or it's got drop-offs and all that kind of stuff, as long as the floor is structurally sound, and that is not an indication that the floor is unsound, structurally unsound, there is nothing I can do about it.
This guy's a criminal, and he should be in prison. And you see where Eric Tampax has his hand right here? Let me rewind about 3 minutes. Now, you see disgusting Delk picking his nose right there? Watch where he puts his hand in a minute.
It's the same thing over here. It's the same thing here.
I know, okay, the floor's not flat. That's what we're getting at, that's what I wanted to hear, was that the floor is not flat.
The floor is not flat.
The floor doesn't mean, the floor is not structurally sound. It just means the floor is not flat, and the code does not address to say the floor has to be flat.
All right.
You got me excited, Paul. You got me excited.
I'm gonna come. We're almost through.
All right, go ahead, Paul, go to there.
You see daylight out there?
That's right, we got daylight, yeah. A possible indication of air infiltration.
Oh, possible, huh?
Yeah, it's possible, because see, this plastic is translucent, and sometimes it's just light bleeding of light, and not actually.
We're going to put that on the board for 45. That disgusting Delk's report made no mention that light was bleeding through the top of the front door.
There's a problem. Light infiltration is
We
not.
already have the inspector here.
Light infiltration is not.
Well, we're probably gonna go with the inspector that we already hired. You come down
Who,
here.
you have a private?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay.
He wrote a 55-page report with over 85 issues.
Let me say more. Okay.
And requested the structural engineer a dozen times.
And it looks like the door is just dropped a little bit, and what it's doing is exposing the light through that translucent foam tape here.
Disgusting Delk is colluding with the vice president of NTA, Eric Tampax, right now.
Okay.
Without, yeah, that's what this is, this stuff right here, this right here. So if you had a step out here, I should step outside and.
You should probably document that, huh? That there's no step there, right? You're not supposed to document that?
What happened to the steps?
We never got it.
Who's the retailer?
Let's go back to the outside of the house and see what he says about that step then. Now, no steps in the front of the house right here? That's a code violation. And their most seasoned inspector didn't even notice it. And the first consumer complaint inspector, tough guy Jimmy Turner, he didn't notice it either. This corrupt state agency has no business inspecting these homes. So we're going to put that on the board for 46, that the homeowner had to mention that there was no steps at the front door.
Okay, we got something else here?
Yeah, shut that door.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Disgusting Delk and Richard Felt continuously picked their nose throughout the inspection, and Clayton Holmes' attorney is hacking all over the place during this pandemic.
Where do we look at?
See daylight down there?
Actually, no. Where the ink sticky note is, or the data?
Frame broken.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, you can see that, and that has to be sealed. And they can seal it however they want. They can do it with caulk, they can do it with, however, and we'll seal it. But you can see that, it's a tiny air infiltration.
Oh, yeah.
That part did make it into Disgusting Delk's report and says curbside exterior door not fully sealed against the elements on the Higgs side, repair as necessary. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't supposed to say that you can fix the broken door frame with silicone caulk, right?
Yeah, you can see that, and that has to be sealed. And they can seal it however they want. They can do it with caulk, they can do it with, however, and we'll seal it. But you can see that, it's a tiny air infiltration.
Oh, yeah, I'm the one that pointed it out to you. Thanks, sir.
Well, that's your job. That's consumer.
Put that on the board for 47, that he told the homeowner that you can fix the broken door frame with caulk.
This crap up here, man. This looks bad. I mean, this looks bad.
But that's cosmetics.
Oh,
I don't have anything to do but cosmetics.
They cover up the huge cracks with massive amounts of ceiling texture. Then it becomes cosmetic. Right, Disgusting Delk?
We want to give you a copy of that manufacturer thing.
Okay.
So you go home and study up on it.
I don't need to.
All right? Well,
I got it all. I already got everything committed to me, right?
here, yeah. Well, they're staying up here.
Well, I don't see the stain, first of all. Where's the stain?
They painted.
I don't see a stain. I guess the window is lighting it, the light coming in, I can't see a stain.
Well, Mr. Turner, and in fact, he addressed it in his report. Well, let's look at his report. You got his report handy?
Yeah.
Pop it out. Check it out.
Who do you assign it to? Manufacturer?
Well, I don't know. But after these guys, the way they're doing everything.
There was a yellow stain in the room where those original tapes are, where the tape is. That's where the original stain
Okay,
was.
this is bedroom number 4?
Bedroom number 3.
This is 3.
Well, you said bedroom number 4, is that?
Well, good for him. He doesn't know how to count.
Is that, so this is number 3?
Yeah, there's only 3 bedrooms in
So,
the house.
okay, but I mean, does the manufacturer designate this as number 3? This is bedroom number 3 then? Yes. Okay, good. Might be 3 bedrooms, but this could be bedroom number 2, right? But, and he does
Did they come out
say,
and work on this?
he says,
Did they work on this ceiling in here?
Yeah, they just blobbed on all this stuff here.
oh, this been worked on?
Yeah, all they did was just add this. Here's how it used to be.
Trim out.
Oh, okay, so what they did, they made some kind of repair in this area, and the color is not the same.
Oh,
That's what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
That's
well,
what
yeah,
you're
the
saying.
reason
I
they
can't-
did
I can't see the difference. I can see a texture difference, but I can't see a color difference.
They made some type of repair in there because it didn't need it. Right, Disgusting Delk? It doesn't matter because you didn't put it in your report anyway. So we're going to put that on the board for number 48. No mention of the water stain on the ceiling in bedroom number 3. And look at all the people in this little room right here. You think Disgusting Delk is making sure all the people that he had ordered to attend this inspection are practicing social distancing?
Yeah, okay, so that explains, if they worked on it, that explains why you have a texture difference. But I don't see a color difference, and I don't see anything, I don't even see anything that looks like. I didn't see anything that looks like I don't believe in all that stuff anyway, that COVID stuff's nonsense. So
That was so much for social distancing
Yeah,
by the
exactly.
state, right?
So did everybody hear that? Disgusting Delk just said that the COVID stuff is nonsense? Just when I thought this scumbag couldn't get any lower. He should have to apologize to everybody who has lost a loved one due to this virus.
I don't believe it, but okay, so
Look
reason
at,
next.
look at this door here. You see daylight through there, right? He pointed that out.
Oh, can you shut the door so I can get in here so I get it dark? Oh, you mean it's the light bleeding into the next room? Oh, because this wall is the one that has that gap in it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not.
We're going to put that on the board for 49. That Disgusting Delk's report made no mention that you could see daylight through the closet in bedroom number 3.
It's not outside here. It is a gap, and you can see the daylight, but we're gonna try and get that resolved, because what we're gonna do is find out what the tolerance is on a gap on a load bearing wall connected to a load bearing.
See, the door's been, tweaked.
Yeah.
So did you hear that? When I told him that the closet door was tweaked, he said, yep. We're going to put that on the board for 50. No mention closet door in bedroom number 3 is tweaked.
Don't even shut it.
But have what? Oh, we must stop. All right, let me see.
All these walls are bowed, every one of them.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. You don't have a code violation, but I can see, my standard of whether I like that, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that, but it's not a code violation. Not a code violation.
So do you think that that door binding made it into his report? It didn't. So we're going to put that on the board for 51. No mention the entry door in bedroom number 3 is binding.
Violation. Not a code violation. I don't like it, but it's not a code
That
violation.
this whole house is not a code violation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
You got all these stickers on the wall, what's going on there?
That's okay.
Well,
Full wall code?
but, I mean, you know, you can see it. You can see them,
Wall too?
all of them.
Yep.
Okay.
The whole outside wall is bowed.
We're going to put that on the board for 52, that every wall in bedroom number 3 is bowed.
That's not a code violation, right, Howard?
Not a code violation?
That's right. Huh? How about these speed traps in here?
Another 30 minutes and you're gonna be a state inspector, Paul.
You know, I just couldn't go screw people like you. You think this, you see that speed trap? Does he think I'm supposed to do that?
Not a code violation, right? No, that could be a code violation. That could be a code violation, because what they have to do is that, it may be that the P-trap, or the trap arm, or even what the trap arm is connected to is too high, and, that might actually be a problem. You see that, the water is right up to the basket, bottom of the, yeah. That could be a possible indication of a reverse fall on the trap arm, or
No, sir.
And
We put the big trap right underneath the drain.
Yeah.
Okay, it has to go down and come back up.
Right.
Go across the floor.
Right.
So the drain part of the B trap
Right.
is higher than the floor is, so you can see
Water
that.
won't drain?
right, I mean, you have to bring that, the trap up high enough to where you got, you got, positive fall, not reverse fall.
Yes.
So. But that's something that you guys have already looked at. They went in there and checked to make sure that the trap arm has positive fall, and whatever the trap arm is connected to is positive fall. So that in order to
You're
get positive
missing-
fall, you had to push the tail piece had to go all the way up.
Well, the tailpiece, the B trap itself is
Right.
attached to the bottom of the, drain bath.
Okay, but is it not adjustable?
No,
It's not adjustable?
Not on the tubs.
Oh, okay. All right.
So Disgusting Delk either has to collude with Grimy or Tampax. He knows absolutely nothing himself. I bet Clayton Holmes' liar attorney knows more than Disgusting Delk. And you think that P-trap made it into his report? It didn't. So we're going to put that on the board for 53. No mention of the P-trap in the guest bathroom.
And so it's where it's at, it's basically what's it, yeah.
So this is the best room out of the bunch. I mean, you know, look at, they forgot to, do the ceiling over here like they did everything else. Want to get a picture of that? Here, see how it's supposed to look, right here? And look how they done a texture, yeah. This is the best room in the house. Oh, just, my wife put this up. Why is this one here?
It's,
Nobody go in here?
yeah, it's just the way the trim is.
Because it's not like that the other side? Oh, okay.
Now, again, with all the people in this little room right here, I'm about to say something about it again. Let's listen.
Hey, can we get some more people in here? I don't think there's any people in here. why don't you call some of your buddies up? And come over here and get this nice and high.
I may have to come back, we may have to do that, it might be free inspection.
Yeah, well,
We have an opportunity, we have an opportunity, but don't give up on it. You don't want me back?
Believe me,
You don't want me back?
it's been like almost a year.
Oh, you
always gonna give up.
Oh, you won't be back, you won't be back. You won't be back.
I know why you're here.
Okay, alright, what's the next thing, Bill?
And this little cracker here.
Okay.
That's not a big deal though, right? That one there, that's not a big deal either, right?
It's not structural.
Would I
It's
like
not
it?
structural.
How do you know it?
Because I don't see anything other than sheet rock, that crack.
How do you know behind it?
Because I don't have enough evidence. That's all I see is that. If you want.
Disgusting Delk is only there to document each of the consumer's complaints. He is not there to tell me what is structural and what isn't structural, and that things can be fixed with silicone caulk. This guy is a complete idiot. He's a liar, he's a scumbag, and he's an idiot.
Here, did you read all these here?
No, I haven't. We haven't done the inspection.
The report shall specify each of the consumer's complaints and whether, because we showed Jimmy Turner all kinds and he didn't, and we got it all on video. All right, now, abuse of official capacity, that's Jimmy Turner. A public servant commits an offense if, with the intent to obtain or benefit, or with the intent to harm or defraud another. That's what he did. And it's a felony in the third degree if it's more than 30 grand.
I wish I would have read that at the very beginning of the inspection, because Disgusting Delk really changed his tune after I read that.
Maybe a felony in the second degree. All right, just there's cracks everywhere, cracks everywhere. Crack here.
We're just gonna fit it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mention me to say if there's anything structural in this now.
But, it all happened with the installation.
Where'd you say it? Right.
Here.
So, who do you think deserves to be in there? My wife or all these pieces of crap right here?
Wall separating, quarters separating.
We're going to put that on the board for 54, that the walls and the corners are separating in the master bedroom.
Cracks in here. This was broken, they just stuck it back on there. Well, it's cosmetic, all right?
That's a trend.
Yeah, here's your, here's your P-trap.
So we're going to put that on the board for 55. No mention of the P-trap in the master bathroom either.
See, it's been filled, right? You see where that P-trap is? Same right here. Can you get a picture of that? I mean, they're painting crap into the ceiling. Painting crap all over the house.
We're going to put that on the board for 56, that they added garbage to the paint and the ceiling texture.
With 30 rollers.
Is this where they sealed the openings in the floor? Is that what was in the report?
Well, this is the only one that wasn't sealed, and I did that. Got it? Cracks in the ground, I mean, all over the place, all of them, all the way around. Just cosmetic, right? Yeah.
We're going to put that on the board for 57. That disgusting Delk told me that the cracks in the shower grout are not a code violation. You think so? What do you think's on the other side of that tile? More tile?
Damaged the floor with the ladders. They did it all over the house.
We're going to put that on the board for 58, that there was no mention that Clayton's repair crews damaged the floors with their ladders when they were covering up the huge cracks with massive amounts of ceiling texture.
In the closet, the same, it's cracked across the back wall on the ceiling. The ceiling, if he wants to take a picture of it.
So in a minute, disgusting Delk is going to try to get me to look at him. And he's probably thinking, don't hang me, I'm only doing what they told me to do. Let's watch.
Well, this is, been fun,
Okay.
all right? All these corners are separated, but it's all cosmetic as far as you're concerned, right?
Don't get dirty hands.
Right?
Don't get your dirty hands on the wall.
Uncoatable, along with all the crap they painted into the walls, right? Huh? Here, tell me what the square footage is on this house.
There's no shear wall on the half.
Oh, this is the shear wall diagram, yeah, so that's just on your walls, okay, and right there, oh, okay, so that wall is the one we were looking at, no, it's that wall, right, just flipped, okay. So, yeah, just on this end, all right, pretty sure.
What's the square footage of this house?
I don't know.
Why don't you add it up? You're an inspector, you'd probably be good at that.
So their most seasoned inspector doesn't know how to read the blueprints or calculate the square footage of the home. Nice, huh? The only thing I saw him being seasoned at was being a thoughtless, lying scumbag. And the only time he told the truth is when he went back to the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division and informed them that they had missed the mark. And the reason I know that is on June 23rd, 2020, I received a voicemail from Senator Pat Fallon's office, and this is it.
This is a office of Senator Pat Fallon. I have contacted the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division and spoken with them. They said that they've already talked with you. So if you have any questions or any other concerns, please feel free to call me back.
I called her back at 7 p.m. that day, and she told me that Disgusting Delk had been removed from our case, and they had clearly missed the mark on this one. And the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division was not aware that I had talked to her at this point. And after we received a copy of his report, we noticed that the report was written a day after we had talked to Senator Pat Fallon's office. And it appears that a female had signed his name. So we started writing the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division emails. And we asked, is this Disgusting Delk's signature? And how can Disgusting Delk write a report on the 24th when you guys told Senator Pat Fallon's office that he was removed from our case on or before the 23rd? And who or what was the mark that you guys had missed? So on July 4th, 2020, we received a response from this Bradley Dansby, and this is what he writes. Mr. Delk has not been relieved of his duties with the TDHCA. The field administrative assistant signed and initialed the report. So it looks like Jimmy R. Hicks, who is now the executive director, was unaware that Bradley Dansby had already responded to our email. Because on July 6th, 2020, Jimmy R. Hicks sends his own response. And this is what he writes. Thank you for your email. I will do my best to answer all your questions to clear up any confusion. Disgusting Delk was not relieved from his duties with the agency. We have made the decision not to use Disgusting Delk for any follow-up inspections to your home due to the issues you had with him. As far as the inspection report having Disgusting Delk's name on it, since he was the one who inspected your home, his name is on the report. And it is my understanding that the initials on the report are from the field office administrative assistant who drafted the report based on Disgusting Delk's findings. And as we reported to Senator Fallon's office, we do strive to provide the best customer service possible. However, we clearly missed the mark in this case. And we will do everything within our jurisdiction to make sure that all deviations assigned to the licensee to repair are completed as required by law. So right here it says, it is my understanding that the initials on the report are from the field office administrative assistant who drafted the report based on Disgusting Delk's findings. So you'd think that Jimmy R. Hicks, who is now the executive director, would know how things work at this agency, right? And we asked 55 times in 4 months who or what was the mark that was clearly missed in this case. To this day, we have never gotten a response. And he also writes, we will do everything within our jurisdiction to make sure that all deviations assigned to the licensee to repair are completed as required by law. Well, that'd be great if Tough Guy Turner and Disgusting Delk actually did the job they were supposed to be doing. Because Tough Guy Turner only orders 6 measly items for the manufacturer, the retailer, and the installer to correct, while failing to document on video 62 of the items we showed him. And Disgusting Delk only orders 7 measly items for the manufacturer, the retailer, and the installer to correct, and either lied about or failed to document 58 of the items we had showed him. Unlike all the scumbags at the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs Manufactured Housing Division, my videos do not lie. So that's going to be a wrap on part 24, and we demand that everybody that needs to be prosecuted gets prosecuted. So in our next video, we're going to be going through this criminal Vice President of NTA, Eric Tampax's report. He knew he was not supposed to come here, and he did it anyway. And then we have to go through these 2 notebooks that Clayton Homes liar attorney Brent Wells was so kind enough to leave outside my gate. And you are not going to believe some of the stuff that's in these notebooks. And we're going to show it to you. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos. Thanks for watching. See you in a couple weeks.